Hi sweeties, I'm Chubby Deigh for those of you who are new, and if you want to be a CD too, please be sure to click that red subscribe button, turn notification bell so that I get notified every single time I upload, and please do follow me on Instagram. In today's video, it's Learn Makeup with D, and we are focusing on our base, our foundation. I couldn't do the eyelashes video simply because I don't want to mislead people with the eyelash glue that I just recently started using. So angazi how it works. I haven't worn it for a long time, so yeah, I'm funche because people were like, I saw this from you and I started using it and it doesn't last for a long time. So I don't have the glue that I usually use. I am using a new glue, so my eyelashes might be the last part we will see as soon as I get the glue. As you can tell by the title, today we're tackling our base, our foundation base, how to get a good base and all that jazz. Please do note that I am not a makeup artist. I am not a qualified makeup artist. I didn't go to any makeup school. I am just a self-taught makeup enthusiast. So how I name these brushes is from here. So let's go straight into the video. Prior to this, you would have done your skincare routine, which is the most important thing when it comes to makeup or your base being. And make sure you do your full skincare routine, please, man. I have done my skincare routine prior to this. The only thing that I didn't do is applying my sunscreen. I apply my sunscreen every day, 365 days, whether it's winter, whether there is no sun. Sunscreen. So the sunscreen that I use is this sunscreen from Dischem. Get hand. One thing that I didn't mention from the beginning of this series is that all the products that I'm using can be found go Dischem or Clicks unless stated otherwise. This is the amount of sunscreen that I apply every day. I think you would have seen from my skincare routine. If you haven't, I'll definitely link it on the cast, but I do have a skincare routine video. The reason why I love this sunscreen is because I am a dark skinned lady, so this sunscreen doesn't leave any white cast, hence get hand. Next thing is primer. I know that people who are saying primer is not important. I don't see the difference, but I know there are people who apply their foundation and it doesn't sit on their skin. That means your skin is not hydrated, it's not prepared, it's not primed. Your skincare routine is important. Your primer is very important. So personally, I love using 2 primers, but you can use 1. Make sure you use the primer that matches your skin concerns. D, what do you mean by that? I mean, if you have oily skin, use a mattifying primer, and if you have dry skin, use hydrating primer. Personally, as D, I don't have dry skin or oily skin, so I have combination skin. I use 2 primers which are more or less the same effect. The primers that I use are these 2 primers, and I'll definitely show you how I use them. Firstly, it's this Wet n Wild primer serum. Love this. It hydrates my skin so much, so it's giving that serum effect. As you can see, it is kind of lifting the sunscreen that I've just applied. This is not how it reacts. If I didn't apply sunscreen, you wouldn't see the white thingy. So it's lifting a sunscreen, not really lifting, but it's kind of like mixes the sunscreen, something along those lines. Like it's giving you that glow, yeah, that healthy type of skin. My next primer, it's this one, my all-time favorite primer from Maybelline. I don't know why it is not focusing. This is the Luminous and Smooth Hydrating Primer from Maybelline. I know they have this primer for people with oily skin, which is a mattifying primer. Go get this. Love this so much. You will see as soon as I apply it what it does to my skin. So this is for normal to dry skin. When you have dry skin, and it has SPF, I know, SPF 20. So even if you applied your sunscreen, or even if you don't apply your sunscreen, which I feel like it's important to do, but if you don't apply your sunscreen, then at least you have a primer that has SPF. So, and Yona, it does this cast, you see, it does this color thing, yeah, sunscreen. It really luminizes your skin and makes it so smooth.
Damn near 2 a.m. I'll pick up the phone, it feels intimate. You're saying you're up and I'm into it.
Bugak. How glowy the skin is, how luminous the skin is. Then we move on to foundation. So foundation, same applies to your skin concerns or your concerns in general. So if you know it's a very hot day, you're gonna get sweaty, and mattifying foundation makes sense. But on a normal day, like a normal day or a dry day, which is winter, then a hydrating foundation. But me personally, I love a hydrating foundation. I don't love matte products. If you don't know by now, I do not love mattifying products, unfortunately. So I have two foundations here. This is the Avon Power Stay Foundation, Ep4, hence I won't be using it today. I know I have another bottle, I can't find it unfortunately, and for me to get it out I need to do this because via a pump it doesn't. So then we have this Rimmel foundation. This is my recent purchase, love it so much. So this is my second favorite foundation, and this is 24-hour moisture hydratation foundation. So yes, hydrating foundation is my favorite. This is not really my perfect match. I think this is one shade lighter than me, but I make it work. When it comes to this one, this is my perfect match, love it so much. So we're gonna be working with this one. Also, if you want a foundation that lasts you longer, you need to read. Like this one, it's like 24-hour moisture. Foundation for 24 hours. I don't know, but if you want it to last longer, then you need to look along those ranges of foundation. Your technique or your skill in applying makeup is what makes your makeup to last longer. You can't just do things like for the sake of doing them. And the more you practice, the more you get it right, the more you learn from other people, the more now we uba better in your skill. So yeah, I'll be using a brush and I'll be using a beauty blender. So let's get into it. Like that and like that. And I do have a pump here, then have a pump there. I know there are some people who don't apply their foundation on their forehead. It only looks good on pictures, but in reality it doesn't, because why don't you have a foundation in your forehead? Kanjan. I'll be using this foundation brush from Goddess Dust, and this is a very good brush. When applying your liquids, make sure applicators are wet. What do I mean? Apply setting spray on your brush. I'll tell you what happens, good beauty blend, but on your brush apply setting spray, setting mist, whatsoever. I usually use the setting sprays that I don't like, so I use them to apply on my brushes. what I do is I kinda swipe down, swipe down, swipe down, then so that it can be distributed. Let me bring you guys closer. Then from there, if I feel good it's distributed enough, I start petting. You pet, my darling. You don't swipe. You see when you swipe, look, you see, so you pet understand. Pets. Avoid applying on your under eye if you are a beginner, but because it's me, there, you see here, you drag, then pet. See, this foundation is orange, but we're gonna fix that because me senior years lentole, I believe. So pets. I am petting as I'm doing this. Pets. Don't drag. See, Kubanjan. Pets. Before it dries out, especially if you're using mattifying foundation, make sure you work quicker. Pets. Let's do half of this. Drag. Pets. As you can see, half of my face has foundation, half doesn't. The other half we're gonna use a beauty blender. I have my damp beauty blender right here. As I have said, that make sure your applicators are wet. This is a damp, not wet. See, when I do this, there's no water coming out, but it is damp, very damp. If I'm using a beauty blender, I love doing this. I distribute with my hands because a beauty blender soaks up a foundation, hence I love using a brush. But for a beginner, I think it's safe because now I started with beauty blender. I didn't understand the concept of a brush. Then after you have distributed the foundation, what you do, you tap. Brush or beauty blender, tap. I got this beauty blender from Shein, by the way. Can you tell the difference? No, you can't. Brush, beauty blender, same application. This is a really good foundation. I've never tested Ep4 beauty blender. That's it. That's basically it. I'm not lying. See. And I believe using a beauty blender, it saves money because you don't always get a good foundation brush. So if you're using a beauty blender, you can also use it for your highlighting and your contouring and your blush. Whatever liquids, you can use your beauty blender, and some of your powders you can use a beauty blender. So yeah, let's finish up this look off camera and we're gonna come back with a full face beads. This is the final look. We are different. I'm not even sure about this hair bungee. We are different every time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you took the bit of the tips and tricks. On our next video we'll be tackling highlights and contour. Please do stay tuned, and if you want to see how I finished off this look, please do follow me on Instagram or TikTok. So yeah, Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a beautiful thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so that I become a city, turn notification bell so that I get notified every single time I upload, and please do follow me on Instagram.
Say what you want, girl, yeah, your habit. 4 times this week, that just can't happen. To be honest, you're doing things to me, girl.